People's Liberation Party is out here. Now Kenya has just been transformed, undergone the rebranding. It's now People's Liberation Party headed by none other than the Iron Lady, Martha Karua. We want to unpack on this conversation what the future portends for her in the world of politics and governance here in Kenya. I'm Richard Mwenja. Welcome on board. I have your favorite think tank, Professor Herman Manyora. Prof, great to see you.
Thank you, Richard.
You're well?
Well, that's it.
A woman that you hold in such high regard has just rebranded her party from NA Kenya to People's Liberation Party. Now the color
PLP.
is PLP. Royal Purple is the
almost
color.
Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLP. Yeah.
This is a leader in this country whom we've always held in high regard, especially when it comes to the call for accountability and someone being a signpost of integrity. I want to understand something here first. By Martha Karua rebranding her party, do you think the rebranding of NA Kenya was long overdue in the first place?
Well, just changing from one part to the name to another, it doesn't really, to me, it means nothing.
It means nothing?
The same thing. So, parties change their names before, young parties. What is in a name, as Shakespeare says, a rose by any name will smell as much.
Prof, you seem to be, speculating doom still on the off matter.
No, I'm just saying there's nothing to celebrate in a name. Yeah.
It goes beyond just a name.
Yeah, if there's something else, you table it, we can discuss.
There's something else about Martha Karua.
Yes.
She's come forward and say, going into the future, I'm no longer going to be someone's running mate. I have done that, it's over. I'm now going for the top seat. I'm not going to back anyone else as their running mate in the near future. So if Raila Odinga wants to join my camp, let him come as someone who endorses me for the presidency or any other interested party
the politician
outside there.
says that. Nothing unusual with that.
But this
others
time
have said they'd rather die than support somebody.
Then
They have ended up supporting. Others have said I'll be the most stupid person if I supported Raila. They have supported. But politics is like that. People say one thing today, tomorrow they change. And Winston Churchill put it so well. He said, eating words has never given me constipation.
Eating words?
Yeah. Politicians eat their words every time.
Don't you think Martha Karua seems to be more serious this time round? Look.
We call it the home of engineers. We train you how to make engineering drawings. We have a brilliant drawing and detailing program that will not only train you how to draw and detail, but you'll also learn how to draw and detail using the software.
AutoCAD. By the time that you're going to university, you'll be able to do AutoCAD by yourself. Imagine if they are asking you to just do that project for them.
Once you have these tools, you will not only be industry ready, but you will be ahead of your peers in the job market, and it will give you a brilliant competitive edge while looking for a job.
I would like to advise the students who are done with maybe high school, and also if you've graduated from university, colleges, and you've done a course related to civil engineering, building, architect, so that you can join here because it has a lot of practical works.
Welcome to SciTech.
Statement about him not backing someone else for presidency. A day after launching her new party. Yes. Don't you think that is enough solid sign to tell you this time round she means business?
There is Matiangi. His name has been given. There is Gachagua. Heavy because of issues. There is Kalonzo, there is Eugene. What Martha Karua is doing, she's also throwing her name.
She's bidding?
Yeah. And she's making it strong. She's putting up a strong case for herself by saying she cannot deputize anybody. She's through with that. But that's just saying. If an opportunity comes for her to be part of government even lower than a deputy president, she would take it.
You've always credited her with hard stances, kind of politics.
No, but
do you think she's going to cede ground this time round?
There's no ground here, just the truth. We are talking about the truth. Because if you listen to her, at some point she also says she's part of her team. She's occupying the same space, including Gachagua. Part of her team whose desire is to help this country. And the first thing they do to help this country is to remove William Ruto. So she's already saying she's part of her team. You cannot be part of her team and at the same time say, I can only be the drum major.
You cannot lead the band.
Yeah. It's not possible.
Prof, I want to understand something.
Yes.
Do you think Martha Karua is ripe for presidency in this country? You've always talked about the need for us to embrace a woman presidency.
It's not, no, me, I don't go gender. Me, I just go for the best person.
No affirmative
In this
action?
country today, from all the politicians we have, from politicians, only Martha Karua can make me sleep comfortable, knowing the country is in safe hands.
Karua's the president.
Yes,
You'll sleep in peace?
from the team of politicians. Get my wording properly. If we are looking at the politicians we know, and you can count them, they are there, out there, we all know them. From that list of politicians, only one person.
Not even Omtata?
Well, even Mutata, but you know, Martha Karua is a little higher up the scales, according to me. Omtata is not bad. He's not your ordinary politician. You see, he's not your ordinary
Politician.
So there is a category he belongs to. The category I'm dealing with, the category of politicians, where there's Eugene, there is Natembea, there is not even Natembea, Eugene, Kalonzo, those people.
Son of Mau Mau.
Yeah, Gachagua. From that team, the only person who can take, including Raila, is in that team.
Really?
Yeah. Raila was top, but he went down. Now Martha Karua is the one, according to my own assessment. If I'm given a choice between Raila and Martha Karua, I'll choose Martha Karua.
Resuscitate an answer?
Today. But I will not choose these other people if Raila is there. I'll choose Raila over these other people. But if in the mix there is a Karua, I'll take her first. First priority, Raila is second priority. These others come huko nyuma huko. Number 10, number 11, number 12. In between there's a gap.
Prof, you are renowned for...
But there's also another category.
Which is?
Which Kenyans could be looking for. Of a person who, though having rubbed shoulders with politicians and worked with the politician, is himself not a politician. He's a worker. And that's where Matiang'i falls.
Technocrat.
Yeah, technocrat. Matiang'i is in his own category. And he's alone there. And the person I can put my shilling on, he can get things done. He can move the country forward. Fred Matiang'i. But you see, for Mother, I'm talking about higher ideals, about values, about a reset, factory setting.
A new vision for Kenya.
A new beginning. You reset the whole system where we got it wrong from independence. Raila was the person to do it, to reset the country. We got it wrong at independence. You gave it to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, he died before getting it. Then it was Raila Odinga. He could give us a reset. Somehow along the lines, ameregea kidogo. And therefore Martha Karua is the only person who can press the reset button. Martha Karua and Fred Matiang'i can offer to us something similar to what Trump is offering America.
A tag team between Karua and Matiang'i would be lethal?
If there was something like that, then the country will leap, just leap. If it was possible, it will just leap into the skies.
A new Kenya?
A dream Kenya.
A dream Kenya.
Yeah, so,
I want to understand something, Prof.
Yes.
You are a renowned political analyst in this country. You've been here for quite a while, and you've analyzed the political journey of people like Martha Karua. But there's always something that raises questions in us, the junior fellows.
Yes.
How comes back in Kirinyaga County, her backyard, she's yet to be embraced fully? If you look at the polls of 2022, the figures from there were a bit disappointing. How comes she's passing off as a prophet who is not accepted in her homeland?
you know this. Politics is a strange game.
How so?
The same person you are saying is rejected today, tomorrow can be very celebrated. The people we are cheering today, tomorrow will be jeered at. That's how politics works. It is not that Martha Karua has done anything wrong. For many years, Martha Karua was a darling of the people of Gichugu and the Kirinyaga in general, and Central. But there's somewhere she stepped on, she made a wrong move. She was seen to be opposing Kibaki. And Kibaki was, you know what Kibaki meant to the people of Mount Kenya.
Their heartbeat.
So she did to Kibaki what she had done to Moi. She walked out on Moi, remember? She walked out on Kibaki. And people thought that was an affront on Kibaki and on the community. Especially at a time Kibaki seemed to have been receiving a beating from the Raila brigade. So that was a wrong move on her part. She has lived to pay for it. When she wanted to be president again, the community had embraced Uhuru Kenyatta. Not just Uhuru Kenyatta not just because Uhuru Kenyatta is a Kenyatta, of course that matters, but it was linked to the violence of 2008, 2007, and the role Uhuru played. The community found in him a warrior they could trust.
Jaba.
Yes. And a prince at the same time. For once, the two, Jamba and Mudamaki, they merged into one, and Uhuru was the beneficiary. If at such a time Mother Karua was trying to oppose Uhuru, you see, it was a useless war.
Miscalculation.
You get it?
I get it.
In 2017, when she wanted to be governor of Kirinyaga, there was the politics of the time. Jubilee versus NASA. Although she seemed to pay homage to Jubilee and Uhuru, people were not quite convinced. They still saw her, she was closer to Raila than to Jubilee. And although she did well, she didn't get the crown. And her opponent, Anne Waiguru, was deep within Jubilee. Deep within Jubilee. And Central was a Jubilee zone. So again, she had to pay for it. In 2022, she deputized Raila. And in the initial stages, Mount Kenya was painted yellow. Ruto had planted enough poison. There's a former general of the military, of the defense forces, a retired chief. He told me, when we have tried to do anything about this thing, Ruto amepanda sumu Mount Kenya.
Poison Charlie's everywhere.
We can't. So, again, she became a victim of that. So that, by no means, indicates that she's not a heavyweight. Mother Karua is a heavyweight. She's just been a victim of circumstances. That's all. Once, a miscalculation. Later, victim of circumstances. But she's a powerhouse. And ukisikia Manyora anasema,
Karua is a powerhouse.
Given a chance, I will go for her. It counts for a lot.
It counts for a lot?
Yes.
Prof, we're at a time whereby many of our political class personalities are trying to realign and align themselves in a way that they'll really materialize their elective bids in the near future. And for Mother Karua, would you say she's at a safer ground by sticking to the Gachagua camp, or she can embrace other friends out there other than Gachagua?
Going away from Gachagua is a waste of time. You can't go far. In Mount Kenya politics, if you are not with Gachagua, you are nowhere. And soon, and we are about to get there, even in the national politics, if you are not with Gachagua, you are with Ruto. In between, there's no space.
Nothing to do with you are with Raila?
No, no.
Probably that one will count?
No, for now. You see, Raila is a magician. He's a political magician.
Still a spirit from your lenses?
Raila is not a person you can understand. Those who hate Raila, thinking he has betrayed people, he's dancing on the graves, all those things, some of them are true.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if Raila swung into action, he can change all that. He can spin the whole thing around and he changes that perception.
He stands a chance to be kingmaker in 2027?
That's Raila for you. Raila is a political animal like no other. I cannot put it beyond Raila to turn everything around in his favor.
Without Ruto or Gachagua by his side?
Yes, he's the only man who can do without Gachagua. Because what Raila would do was to set an agenda and everybody will react to that agenda.
Just that.
Then soon everybody will realize, if I'm not with Raila, I'm nowhere. So you take your weight where? That's Raila for you. Raila is not somebody you can understand.
So blemishing Raila as a traitor in Africa and
That
in
is
Kenya
not enough.
won't soil him enough?
No, it's not enough. The sort of narrative that must be driven. That's why I'm telling people who think they can beat Ruto by just beating Ruto. It's very difficult to beat Ruto.
The
The
church
things
is-
you have to do, you have to change the game. Fundamentally change the game to be able to beat Ruto.
not just about press statements from the church, from the opposition.
That's not enough. You must drive very strong narratives. If Ruto pairs with Raila, you must get really wordsmith, people who can craft narratives and demonize Raila beyond repair.
And that's where Hillman Analytica comes in.
If they gave me that job, Hillman Analytica, I will do it. They just write the check and I do it for them. Demolishing these people for me is
You can
not
offer Gachagua a presidency just through your works?
Yes, we can demolish these people, all of them. Let nobody think that's not true, because the role we played to make Ruto stop at around 50, 40 something percent.
Yeah.
Ruto was going to 80%.
They run up 2022.
Let us praise ourselves. Ruto was going to 70, 80%. You can go and look back, because the internet does not lie and it doesn't forget.
The records are there.
I'm among the few people who bust the narrative, the hustler narrative, in both the print and electronic media. Bust that narrative because it was so powerful. It would have given Ruto almost 70, 80% of the votes.
Yet you never ended up a billionaire.
But we were doing it for country. Now we'll do it for money.
Now you'll do it for money.
Yeah, Hillman Analytica is here to help anybody.
Will it trickle down to me and Jad?
But you'll be part of it. I thought you were part of Hillman Analytica. We will do it. We can to defeat Ruto. If they combine with Raila, it's not a small matter. It's not. You cannot get enough votes, just votes, to beat them.
A bigger strategy.
You need a very big strategy. Yeah. For example, let me give you a very simple thing. Raila is no longer in the opposition. Has anybody occupied that space?
Not even Kalonzo has fit the
He
shoes.
hasn't. You know he hasn't. You know he hasn't. The place is empty. Why? They are trying to occupy it as if they are Raila. You can't be a Raila and you can't do things the way Raila is doing. You can't mobilize in the same way Raila mobilizes. Get it? So you need an entirely new strategy to be able to have an effective opposition, which can scare Ruto. Right now, Ruto is not scared of any opposition. The only people Ruto is scared of, Gen Z. Hiyo tu, hana formula yao. Hiyo hana formula. But these other people here, hii ni mboga gani kwa Ruto? I can tell you for a fact.
Moto ya Masagari?
Yeah, Masagari. You know Masagari, yeah?
Yeah.
Banana what? You know,
Yeah, maize stalk.
Maize stalk, dry maize stalk. Fire, then
Only Gen Z ndio kiboko ya
only
Ruto.
Gen Z can scare Ruto. These others cannot.
Well, it remains to be seen whether indeed President Ruto will be scared by the Gen Z in the balance of the time. For now, though, we hope that you're going to tap into the nuggets of wisdom from Herman Manyora regarding how we can forge ahead as a country. That is for our political class, our leaders. And also for Mother Karua, how better she can recalibrate her political shed so that she really forges into the future with the magnitude that she requires to. In the next edition, you're going to be with Jadil Kabir and Evans Okinyi, so stay tuned for that particular conversation. Let's do this again next week with Nerima Wako Ojiwa, Kipruto Arab Kirwa, and Herman Manyora.